Ivar of Limerick was making a big play on Munster, calling himself King of the Foreigners. He started to advance on the Dalcassians, and then they finally met at the Battle of Sulcoit. Some sources say that it was Ivar backed by Donovan and Malloy, fierce rivals of Mahon, the same trio that would be evolved with Mahon's demise. In any case, the Battle of Sulcoit was a huge win for the Dalcash, likely 967 AD, 968 AD. Actually, I learned this on Scattery Island. Brian Brew with Mahon would have attacked Scattery Island as well. Once they won the Battle of Sulcoit, they basically ravaged Limerick. And this was a huge blow to the Viking power in the area of Thomond, Limerick and its surrounding areas. Mahon had support from other kings linked to the Dalcash, and troops were called from service for the High King. Interesting stuff there. It just goes to show you the kind of power plays that are going on. See, the High King required men at times, along with tributes from provincial and petty kings. This was common. So what I'm researched here is that actually Dalcassian men were called back to fight in this battle. The Battle of Sulcoit was a pitched battle, and some say thousands died. Near Solo Headbeg of today, this is actually where the War of Independence won. I think it was the first shot, or an ambush, first shot of the War of Independence. Some of the fantastical stories of Sulcoit tell of Beru's huge influence over the battle, leading Viking forces into woodlands to be ambushed. Not outside the realms of possibilities, but it is hard to get a clear source on that. Once the battle was over, Mahon and the Dalcassians followed the defeated troops into Limnock and burnt them out of it, looting and pretty much subjugating and taking control of that city from there on in. This was a huge victory, and it is likely from here on in he was de facto king of Munster because he was so powerful now. Brian was fighting with him and learning a lot from these battles and struggles, and became hardened and educated. In his mid-20s now, Brian was a grown military trained man. Brian was likely the commander, the second in command. I've mentioned this already, and it is likely because he would take over from Mahon that was killed 10 years later.